Avoiding common mistakes. Perfecting the passive voice negative statements. Hello, English language enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the world of passive voice negative statements. We're going to talk about some common mistakes that occur when using these statements and, of course, how to avoid them. So, grab your notebook and let's get started. Before we delve into the common mistakes, let's briefly recap what a passive voice negative statement is. In passive voice, the subject is acted upon by the verb. For instance, in "The cake was eaten by John," the cake, the subject, is being acted upon. Now, to make it negative, we just add "not" in the statement. Hence, "The cake was not eaten by John" is a passive voice negative statement. Inappropriate placement of "not." One of the most common mistakes is the inappropriate placement of "not." Remember, in the passive voice negative statement, "not" should be placed before the past participle. So instead of saying, "The cake was eaten not by John," the correct statement would be, "The cake was not eaten by John." Wrong auxiliary verb. Another common mistake involves using the wrong auxiliary verb. We should use be as the auxiliary verb in passive voice. The form of be changes according to the tense. For example, in the past tense, we use was or were. So, it's incorrect to say, "The cake is not eaten by John," when referring to a past event. The correct statement would be, "The cake was not eaten by John." Unnecessary double negatives. Avoid double negatives as they can make your sentence confusing and grammatically incorrect. For instance, "The cake was not uneaten by John" is incorrect because "not" and "uneaten," which means not eaten, create a double negative. The correct statement should be, "The cake was not eaten by John." Now that we know the common mistakes, it's time to practice. Make sure to construct your own sentences using passive voice negative statements. Remember, practice makes perfect. Well, that's it for today's lesson on passive voice negative statements. I hope that these tips on how to avoid common mistakes will help you perfect your English language skills. Keep practicing and happy learning. See you in the next lesson.